Lawmakers in the state of Colorado are currently considering what they're calling a red flag bill on firearms. The legislation would allow the seizure of guns from law-abiding citizens. The only requirement is that a family member, a roommate, somebody, or the police petition a judge that that person poses a danger. No due process, no criminal conviction required. The sheriff of Weld County, Colorado, Steve Reams, says the law would be unconstitutional. Not only can he not uphold it, he will not enforce it and go to jail if forced to.
If the bill becomes law, I don't have the option to enforce this. I think it violates the Constitution, and that in turn would force me to violate my oath of office.
Colion Noir is an NRA TV host, and he joins us tonight. Colion, thanks a lot for coming on. So why is it that the Second Amendment is the one right enumerated in the Bill of Rights that can be stripped from a citizen without due process?
Well, the problem is that you have a group of people in this country who understand the power and the influence of the Second Amendment, which basically gives the power to the people. And when you're talking about a group of people who want to exercise control, well, that's going to be the biggest threat to that. So what do? You come up with laws that create a fake due process, so to speak, in order to take that right away from people. Because that's essentially what this is. It's kind of a tofu due process. Yeah.
That's nicely put. That's exactly what it is. But no one is I mean, first of all, we have a process. No one is arguing that the mentally ill, people who pose an imminent danger, ought to be waving guns around, but we have a process for disarming them, right? If you commit a crime and you are convicted, you don't get to possess a firearm. So that's in place. Is anyone suggesting a process for taking away your right to vote without a trial?
Not that I'm aware of.
Huh. So, but if you're not, if we don't trust you to have a gun, why would we trust you to choose our leaders?
Exactly. And that's what I'm understanding. It's almost as if they're trying to create a kind of quasi-minority report system in America.
Right.
I can understand that there's an element in this country that does not like the idea of the Second Amendment. And that's fine. You can not like the Second Amendment, but guess what? Right. It's still a constitutional right. And we have to abide by that. And because it's a constitutional right, that means you have to afford me due process when you decide that you may or may not want to take that right away from me. That's the way this country works.
Right. And you would think that people who went to law school, as virtually everyone running for president did, almost all of them, not all. Senator Cory Booker, for example,